Let's build your money mastery plan this week. In the first 2 days, track your last 30 days of spending. See where your money actually went. Calculate your average income. On days 3 and 4, set up your 70-20-10 system. If you don't have a savings account, open one. Separate your emergency fund from your day-to-day cash. By day 5, start investing. Even $50 into an ETF is enough to begin. And read one book or take one course on personal finance. Knowledge compounds, just like your money. Before you go, I want you to commit. Comment below. One thing I'll do differently with money starting today is say it out loud. Make it public. Let your future self be proud of what you begin today. Because the truth is, anyone can earn money, but very few know how to keep it, grow it, and multiply it. Now you do. And in part 5, we're going to talk about scaling that momentum. How to turn what you've built so far into something that earns while you sleep and unlocks freedom you never thought possible. You're not here just to survive college. You're here to thrive far beyond it. Let's make every dollar count. Let's begin with a vision. You roll over, reach for your phone, and there they are, 3 new messages. Hey, are you still offering essay coaching? Saw your IG? Could you help me with a logo for my startup? Loved your post. Can I book a call with you this week? No ads, no cold outreach, no pitching. They found you, they want you, and all you did was show up. That's the power of building your personal brand. Your brand speaks for you before you ever say a word. It attracts opportunity. It filters trust. It turns you from a student looking for work into a magnet for clients, offers, collaborations, and future jobs. This is where it gets exciting, because personal branding isn't about being internet famous. It's about building trust, positioning, and leverage. When people recognize your name, your face, or your voice, and associate it with something valuable, they come to you. You stop chasing work. You start receiving invitations. And here's the best part. You don't need to be everywhere. You don't need to be loud. You just need to be strategic. So how do you start? The first step is clarity. Before you post anything, define who you are and who you serve. You need to be able to explain your student brand in one sentence. Use this formula. I help who do what with what result, and I'm passionate about X. Let's look at some examples. I help college students write powerful resumes that land interviews. I'm passionate about storytelling and helping others grow their careers. Or, I help small businesses create stunning Canva designs that boost their online presence. I love turning ideas into visuals that connect. Write your version. Say it out loud. Own it. This is the foundation of your voice online. Next, pick your platforms. You don't need 5 social media accounts. You need 2 strong ones. Ones that work for you and where your target audience already spends time. If your brand is visual or design heavy, Instagram. If you're building a reputation for writing, coaching, resumes, or business, LinkedIn. Want to build deep trust and teach what you know? YouTube. Looking for viral, short-form bursts? TikTok. If you're sharp with words and ideas? Twitter, X. Pick 2, then commit. Forget vanity metrics. Focus on value. 1 real conversation beats 100 empty likes. Now, let's talk content. You don't need 100,000 followers. You need to speak to the right 10 people, with content that solves their problems, shows your journey, and invites interaction. Use the 3E framework to keep your content magnetic. Educate. Share tips. Show solutions. Offer quick wins. 3 ways to instantly improve your resume. This Canva trick saved me 2 hours last week. Empower. Share what you're building. Talk about your growth. I made my first $500 from freelancing this month. Here's what worked. I failed 3 times before getting my first client. Here's what I learned. Engage. Ask questions that spark interaction. What's the biggest financial mistake you've made in college? Would you pay $50 to have someone edit your essay? Start by posting 3 to 4 times a week. Not perfect content, authentic content, real, polished. You might be wondering, but what if I don't have clients yet? That's okay. You can build social proof from scratch. Here's how. First, create a mini portfolio. Show mock-up work. Help a classmate for free and ask for a testimonial. Do 2 practice projects and post them as before/after examples. Use carousels or screenshots to make it visual. Then, document. Don't brag. You don't need to pretend you're a millionaire. Just show what you're learning, building, struggling with. People relate more to, here's what I'm learning as I grow my side hustle in college, than to, I made 10K. What's your excuse? Be honest, be human, be helpful. That's what people follow. And once people start noticing you, you need a funnel, a simple path for turning interest into income. Here's how you do that. Put a clear call to action in your bio. DM me Resume for a free checklist. Book a free consult through this link. Then use a Linktree or a Notion page in your bio. On it, include your services, your mini portfolio, your booking calendar, 1 free lead magnet, a cheat sheet, a guide, a resource. Now, when someone DMs you, you have a script, not spammy, just real. Hey, thanks for reaching out. I usually help students like you with problem. Want me to send a quick overview of how it works? That's it. Clean, helpful, direct. You've just built a mini machine, one that works while you're in class, at the gym, or asleep. Let me show you a real example. Brandon was a junior studying business. He was great at making Google slides. Clean, modern pitch decks that looked like a startup agency made them. He started posting on LinkedIn twice a week, tips about improving presentations, slide design hacks, and a few before/after examples. He also used Instagram to share his design process. He didn't go viral, but within 3 months, he had 1,500 LinkedIn followers. He landed 6 monthly clients, each paying between $250 and $400. One day, he opened his inbox to an unexpected invitation to be interviewed on a podcast for student entrepreneurs. He didn't chase it. He became visible to the right people. And that's your job now. Not to scream louder, but to stand where the right people can hear you clearly. Here's your brand building action plan for this week. Day 1-2. Write your 1-sentence brand identity. Choose 1 or 2 platforms and set them up. Day 3-4. Post your first piece of value-driven content. Create a mini portfolio with 2 examples, even if they're mock projects. Day 5-7. DM 5 people offering real value. Write your simple offer. Add it to your bio. That's it. Small actions, repeated consistently, build big presence. And remember, this isn't about fame, it's about trust. It's about visibility. It's about creating a name that speaks on your behalf even when you're not in the room. So here's a final question for you. How do you want people to remember your name 12 months from now? Drop your answer in the comments. Say it out loud. Write it down. Because when you define it, you begin to become it. And in part 6, we'll go even further. We'll talk about what happens when your brand, your income, and your systems work together, so you can earn while you sleep, grow while you study, and create a life that doesn't wait for graduation. This is just the beginning. Let's build your legacy. 1 post, 1 project, 1 person at a time. Let's start with a truth that very few people will tell you. Your first $500 changed your belief. Your first $2,000 a month gave you confidence. But making $50,000 plus in a year, that requires something more. It's not just a new goal, it's a new identity. Because once you reach this level, you're no longer just doing gigs. You're no longer simply freelancing on the side. You're running a business. You're thinking strategically. You've become a student CEO. And that shift, from side hustle to system, from doer to builder, is what this final part is all about. Because what got you here won't get you there. At the 10K level, your income was driven mostly by your skill, your time, and your hustle. But at the 50K plus level, those things start to cap you unless you shift into something deeper: systems, structure, and scale. So the question becomes, how do I multiply my income without multiplying my stress? The answer: you start thinking like a CEO, and it begins with 3 fundamental mindset shifts: from worker, builder; from time-based, value-based; from me only, systems and team. Let's break each one down. The first shift, from worker to builder. You have to stop thinking of yourself as someone who just does the work and start building assets that work for you. What's an asset? It's something that earns you money even when you're not actively working. That could be a $27 PDF guide based on your tutoring notes, a $49 Canva template pack you sell on Gumroad, a $99 mini course teaching beginners how to land their first client. These aren't dreams, these are doable. Every asset you create is a seed that keeps growing. You stop trading hours and start earning from the value you've already created. The second shift, from time-based pricing to value-based pricing. Most students say, I charge $30 an hour, that's good. But CEOs ask a better question. What is the result I create, and what's that worth? If your resume service helps someone land a $50,000 job, is that worth more than $50 an hour? Absolutely. So instead of hourly rates, shift to flat fee offers. Resume revamp, $249. Tiered packages, basic, premium, executive monthly retainers, Instagram growth, $400 month. When you price based on value, you work with better clients, do more meaningful work, and earn more while working fewer hours. The third shift, from me only to systems and team. You can't do everything forever, and you shouldn't try. Start with systems. Use Calendly to schedule meetings without the back and forth. Use Zapier to automate repetitive tasks like onboarding. Use Notion, Google Sheets, or Airtable to track your clients, content, and workflow. Use Loom to record explainer videos so you don't have to repeat yourself to every new client. Then, bring in help. Hire a classmate to handle editing or admin. Find a junior student to assist with research or delivery. Create a team of collaborators who grow with you instead of competing against you. Scaling isn't about doing more, it's about doing less of the wrong things and more of the right ones. Want to see what this looks like in real life? Meet Alex, a 21-year-old film student. In year 1, he started with basic video editing, earning $200 a month. Within 6 months, he had 5 clients and was bringing in $2,000 a month. Then he got smart. He launched a digital product, a $149 TikTok editing for small businesses package. In just 2 months, he made $7,000 in sales. He used that income to hire 2 classmates to help with editing. He built a Notion-based booking system. He launched a small YouTube channel sharing editing tips, bringing in more passive leads. At the end of 12 months, Alex had earned $58,300 while still in school full-time. He didn't get lucky. He didn't go viral. He went intentional. And that changed everything. So how do you replicate that? You build your flywheel, your income engine. Here's what it looks like. Your personal brand attracts attention. Your free content builds trust. Your offers convert trust into income. Your systems automate delivery. Your team supports growth. Your income gets reinvested into bigger ideas, and then you do it again. That's how you grow from 10K, 50K, 100K, and beyond. But more than any tactic, tool, or technique, you need to install one final upgrade. Start thinking like a CEO. The average student asks, how do I get through this semester? The student CEO asks, how do I build something that lasts beyond college? As you transition from being a student with a side hustle to becoming a student CEO, someone who manages both school and their own growing business, the most important transformation isn't just in your skills or income, it's in your mindset. It's how you view your time, money, energy, and opportunities. For example, a student might ask, how many hours do I need to work to earn enough? But a CEO asks, how can I multiply my time through systems and automation? They don't just work harder, they work smarter. When it comes to money, a student typically wonders, how can I earn more? A CEO, however, thinks, how can I make my money work for me? By investing, creating digital products, or building passive income streams. When burnout hits, a student may ask, how do I avoid exhaustion? But a CEO asks a more strategic question. Which tasks should I eliminate or delegate so I can focus on what truly matters? And while a student often thinks, where should I apply next? A CEO confidently asks, how can I attract opportunities every single day? Through building a personal brand, delivering value, and growing a network. You're no longer just a student. You are a value builder, a strategist, a leader in the making. So let's lay out your 50K roadmap step by step. Month 1-3. Build the foundation. Create a high-value offer between $149 to $499. Build a simple free lead magnet, a checklist, a mini guide, or a short tutorial. Post value-driven content 3-4 times a week to your chosen platforms. Month 4-6. Systematize your workflow. Set up scheduling with Calendly. Automate processes with Zapier. Use templates for delivery and onboarding. Make your business feel effortless for both you and your clients. Month 7-12. Scale with leverage. Launch a digital product. Hire your first helper, editor, assistant, or designer. Increase your prices. Offer group options like workshops, monthly content bundles, or small coaching cohorts. Your target? $4,200 per month. That's $50,400 a year. And it's within your reach, not someday, but in the next 12 months. So here's the moment. Declare it. Comment below. In 12 months, I will become a student CEO by doing, or say it, write it, own it. Because the world moves around those who take ownership of their future. And as a bonus for this final part, we've created a free Notion template to help you take action. It includes a budget tracker, a personal brand checklist, an offer pricing worksheet, a weekly content planner, link in description. Download it, use it, grow with it. Now let's zoom out for a second. You've made it through all 6 parts of this journey. You now have a skill that earns money, a system that multiplies it, a brand that attracts it, a mindset that protects it, a structure that scales it, and a vision that pulls you forward. You don't need anyone's permission. You don't need the perfect moment. You just need to move. So go build your first 50K. And when you do, come back and build your 500K. Because this is just the beginning. Subscribe to the channel. Share this playlist with someone you believe in. Re-watch any part of this series when you feel stuck. Because you're not here to fit in. You're here to lead, to build, to become. From student to CEO. Let's go.